What's up, Cancer friends? How are you guys? Thanks for joining me on my channel today. Welcome to the Intuitive Teacup. I am so thrilled to have you all here. So today we are going to do a fun little tarot reading all about the Scorpio full moon happening on May 18th. And along with that, what needs to be released with this full moon? What needs to be transformed, right? Scorpio is all about death and transformation, regeneration. Now, the card of death, right, in tarot very infrequently means a literal death. It has to do with ending. It sort of is a cycle card. It has to do with ending things and then moving on to something better, right? Transformation, the cocoon to the butterfly, right? It's all that. So, these are going to be general messages. That means that some things I say will not resonate with all of you out there, and that is totally fine. Never force something to fit your story if it doesn't seem to be working for you. Check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs for additional messages. And everything you're going to want to know will be in the description box below, including the decks I'm using, how to access the social media and website, etc., etc. All right, so what else do I need to tell you? Yeah, Scorpio full moon. You guys as water signs are going to be in the feels, as you always are, Cancer, right? Because you're ruled by the moon, which is a beautiful quality, right? I know Cancers kind of get a lot of shit for being, super emotional and, super emotive during the full moon, but I think that's a beautiful quality. I think water signs in general are some of the most powerful signs. Yeah, sometimes having a lot of emotions is mistaken for weakness, but I think that is quite false. I think that is bullshit. Because I think water signs are just incredible people. So what can we get for Cancer? For the Scorpio full moon, we are going to do the me section, the what needs to be released, and the guidance. So what cards can we get for our Cancer friends out there? For this Scorpio full moon. I've been saying in the videos too, Scorpio is a powerhouse of a sign, right? Of the water signs, they are the least, I should say they're quite emotional, right? But it's all on the inside. They don't wear their heart on their sleeves the way Pisces and Scorpios do. I'm sorry, the way Pisces and Cancers do. So there's this deep well of emotion that is very secretive. It's underneath. So yeah, they are a bit of a mystery, right? And Scorpios are also ruled the house of sex, right? Sexuality. So with this power dynamic that Scorpio is, right, there may also be a need to regain that sexual strength, that sexual confidence. Even if it's just confidence, period, right? A need to change that if it's been kind of hiding at the surface recently in Taurus season. So we'll see. Scorpio full moon, what can we get? There we go. I was going to say they were not coming out. What else can we get for Cancer, please? During the Scorpio full moon, what does Cancer need to release and transform? One more card for Cancer to release and transform during the Scorpio full moon. That one. All right, cool. All right, Cancer, let's do it. So you are coming up as the Nine of Wands. Okay. So this is the zombie tarot we're using. So everything here is kind of with a wink, right? It's kind of comical, which I like. And it seemed to go well with the Scorpionic energy, right? Death, transformation, regeneration. So the Nine of Wands sometimes speaks about people being defensive. I don't know if I'm so much getting that here. You know what it is, Cancer? I'm more getting a little bit overwhelmed. I don't know if you're surrounded by people at home, in like a family dynamic, in maybe a circle of friends, maybe coworkers. This could also represent ideas kind of swimming around in your head, Cancer. It's not so much defensive. It's overwhelmed. There's a lot going on. And the thing is, I think you're handling it okay. It's almost like there's an impatience though to just get it done. Like you're sick of having to go through kind of like that mental checklist. Yeah, it's like you're just wanting to bite right into it, to get into it. But there might be a need to slow down here. And if you are in some sort of dynamic where you're surrounded by a lot of people, it's almost like you don't know whose opinion to trust. And it doesn't come from a place of someone being malicious, though you might be thinking that, Cancer. I'm not really sensing that. I don't, this group dynamic that you're in, whatever that is, it doesn't seem like there's that one person who's giving off these really negative, lower vibes. It's more that, I don't know, you may just not want to do the work to really research the right answer, if that lands for any of you. It's like you've been over and over and over the information with different people, talking with different clients, talking with different friends. I mean, this could be something silly like, where are you guys going to go on vacation, and you can't get to the answer, and you're ready to just be like, that's it, I'm putting it on my credit card, I bought the ticket, we're doing it. Yeah, but there's a need to slow down, because there is something about your decision that's going to affect the group, or if it's not the group, there's something about this decision you're making that it's going to affect other people. So if it's in your line of work, it could be your clients. Again, it could be a family dynamic. I am kind of sensing that, Cancer. Oh, wow, you got a lot of clarifiers here. So you have Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, and Six of Cups. So yeah, this decision that you might be a little bit defensive. It's like you're defensive to make it, and yet you're eager though too. You just want to rush right in and do it. But maybe it's like this internal external fight of like, I just want to do it, but like I don't want to make the wrong choice, so I'm stuck and like I can't quite get there. It has to do with some sort of new beginning. Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles deal with the house, the home, health, our career, family, children, money. Eight of Wands, rapid forward movement. Sometimes it's communication, but yeah, for you guys, it's like, it's this need, this desire to move forward fast, right? Wands, fire. And then Six of Cups. So Six of Cups talks about emotional happiness, but it typically has to do with our past. It's like the nostalgia card. You want to go back and build something from the past? Is that going to land for anyone? You want a new beginning with something that made you happy in the past, and you just want to go for it, but there's something blocking you from going after it or achieving it, Cancer. Something or someone is stuck. Is that why you can't go after it? And I mean, it's possible there might be too many opinions coming through. We don't have the conflict card. But yeah, there's a lot of people in the situation. Anyway, so that's the you section, Cancer. Ultimately, I'm trying to get here, which is the what needs to be released. What needs to be released is the Five of Swords. Okay, so this is petty conflict. This is sometimes people who are ruthless, people who will win at all costs. And yet sometimes with this card, it's that person looking back at like the damage that they've done. It's like, you won the battle, but you're going to lose the war because you use shisty dynamics or, crude tactics. Or again, it's like these people are fighting over the gun. There is some sort of back and forth of, I just want to pull the trigger. I just want to do it. Let's just buy the ticket. Let's just buy the house. Let's just, whatever it is for you, let's just quit the job. I don't know. But it has to do with starting anew in, I think, either career or family. Pentacles with money. I think it's something, this situation, this Ace of Pentacles, whatever it is for you that you just want to pull the trigger on, you just want to get to. You are more passionate about this, or you see it being something that would allow you more passion as well as emotional fulfillment. It's the way this light is like lighting up this dark street. That's what this Ace of Pentacles is for you, Cancer. It's just a matter of getting there. it could literally be travel. But something or someone is blocking you. But there's also something about this this mentality of we have to do it now. I want to pull the trigger now, just do it. Like I want to drop the F-bomb because I can just hear you, like I want to fucking do it. Like you just there's no patience here. It's this back and forth, but I think because of the 9 of Wands, 9 is a lot, right? This has been going on for a while. You're sick of it, and so it's you're making a hasty decision, but what I'm getting is that because this needs to be released, this hasty decision, this petty conflict, there's a need for patience. There's a reason why this thing isn't coming in, why this travel or why this forward movement isn't happening. And I think it's all the more frustrating, Cancer, because you know it would make you happy, but it's like preventing your happiness. It's blocking off your emotional fulfillment of some kind. And with 6 of Cups, it's like there's something you want to go back to. I don't know if you're going back to see family, if you're trying to reconnect with a past love, or... So in that case, I don't know if there's other people or dynamics blocking you from doing this, but it feels like a battle. It feels like a war. I think it's like you're extending all your energy. And even in this card, the way he's got that like head wound, that thing wrapped around his head, that's typically what's depicted in the 9 of Wands. I do think there's a need to get away from people here, though, Cancer. With this card, I wasn't sensing that all these people had bad intent. And to be honest, I still don't really, but maybe there's one thing in particular, or maybe it's just the idea of too many cooks in the kitchen. Again, it's not the conflict card, it's the 5 of Swords, but it's like all these arms are reaching out, but it's like, what are they going to do? How are they going to help you, Cancer? I would just say, so however this is hitting the mark for you, if it's hitting the mark, really examine how are other people going to help you make this decision. I don't know why, but there's something about, it's like a solo journey. It's like something you need to do on your own, or prove yourself. Because if you do it yourself, then at the end of all this, you're going to have the pride of knowing you did it yourself. That you didn't have to resort to, I don't know why, but like shady dynamics, or you didn't have to do anything that's in like a lower vibration, Cancer. Stay true to who you are. Be patient. There's something about that. And then you have the 4 of Wands and the 2 of Wands. So this can sometimes be the soulmate card. Are you fighting with your soulmate? Are you fighting to get to your soulmate? 4 of Wands can also just be stability, a stable foundation. So if that's the case, then you're fighting for it, right? You're fighting for this stability, this stable foundation. You're fighting for this peace. See how peaceful she is? She's just sitting there on a rock waiting. She's being very patient. And then, okay, I kind of love this card here, the 2 of Wands. So what path to take, what path to choose? This sort of reminds me of Pisces, and they got the 2 of Pentacles, but it had to do with getting out of hangman energy, making that choice rather than just staying stuck, staying in the conflict. Are you going to go left, or are you going to go right? Are you going to do this, or are you going to do that? Are you going to talk to this person, or are you going to do it by yourself? What needs to be released ultimately is this, right? I don't even have to say. It's this conflict. It's this warring. This could be inner turmoil. But because it's swords, it does have to do with logic, with the mind. It's like you're racking your brain trying to get to this ace, this new beginning in the past, I shouldn't say in the past, this new beginning from the past. You just want to move towards it really, really fast. But again, this speaks to me so much about patience. Being solid potentially on your own if this isn't representing your soulmate. There's a need to be patient and embrace death, embrace transformation. It's kind of Shakespearean how she's looking at this skull, right? Heads will roll. If you keep in this energy of fighting, Heads will roll. It's like bad consequences, bad results from being stuck in this mental turmoil, this petty bullshit and conflicts. Again, if it's a team dynamic. And the Five of Swords usually is. It's not usually just on your own, Cancer. I will say this, for some of you, if you are going through this mental battle of trying to get to your soulmate, right? Your 11-11, your Four of Wands, your twin flame. There's something about embracing the journey, embracing the change, the death, the transformation. There's a reason why you're not with your soulmate now, if that rings true for any of you. It's like you need to look death in the face, you need to look transformation in the face, and it's just you here, right? This death doesn't represent your soulmate. This is you looking at yourself. What do I need to change? What does Cancer need to change? What does Cancer need to transform? It's definitely out of this. It's definitely getting rid of that. Patience and self-awareness. Let's see what's in your guidance. So your guidance is the Nine of Cups. Okay, interesting. So this is the wish fulfillment card. What an interesting depiction. Your guidance is the Nine of Cups. So I don't know if I said this earlier to you. I feel like I did, Cancer. There's something about being true to yourself, being in that Cancerian energy. Nine of Cups is a Pisces card, but water, emotive. Ruling with love, choosing what you love. And I know some of you are saying, but I love my soulmate. That's what I want. And you're telling me to like release them or go down a different path. That is what needs to be released. But that's the thing. It's like when those crabby claws, right? When you release control of things and don't try to, I don't want to say manipulate, but it's like you can't control everything, Cancer. That's just not the way things work. There's a need to release and step back and let the universe take control, right? You can't be the puppet master in people's lives, in people's careers or whatever. And the thing is, I don't think you're doing that maliciously. I think you are so excited again about some opportunity. You just want to go. You just want, it's almost like you want to sound the gun in the air and it's like a race taking off to get to the finish line, right? Because something about the finish line either leads to emotional fulfillment or at minimum, some sort of stability that would make you really happy. This could represent a person, right? But Nine of Cups is your wish fulfillment. So because this is coming up in your guidance, I would say really examine, take a lens, focus in on what does the fairy tale ending feel like? What is the 10 of Cups? If you're at the 9 of Cups, right? Typically that's the wish fulfillment, but you're by yourself in a room waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for your ducks to be put in a row, whatever metaphor you want to use. What does that look like for you, Cancer? What is going to bring you the most amount of joy? Because I think right now you're not there. I think you have ideas of what you want to move towards. Again, that light that's shining in the dark, but you're not engulfed in the light yet. It's just like a shred of an idea, and you want to move forward towards it. But again, there's some conflict that needs to be dealt with before you're bathed in that light. See how it's like you're getting closer to it. This is the past, literally, right? And again, this could be something in the past that you think is going to make you happy or potentially could make you happy. It gets brighter, Cancer. The future is getting brighter. And even the way I'm saying, like, you need to look at yourself and examine what you need to change, there's a mirror behind her, right? Self-examination here. With the Five of Swords being, again, this team conflict, let it go. Move away from the people. Go within, Cancer. Go within to find happiness, to find wish fulfillment, to achieve your dream come true. There's a need to examine what's going on internally, the water, right? The feelings, the love, the emotion with you. Love yourself. It's like wrap yourself in that blanket. It's blue, right? It's like water. Love. Love yourself, Cancer. All right, that's what I got for you guys. So, if this has been enough clarity for you on what needs to be released during the Scorpio full moon, that is fantastic. I am going to pull an oracle card for all you Cancers out there, and if you are interested to see what the description that goes along with this card is, you're going to have to check it out on Instagram. I'm trying to drive some traffic over to the social media accounts. So I am the Intuitive Teacup on Instagram. For those of you who don't know, Instagram's totally free, and if you're not into social media, that's cool, right? No big deal. But what card can we get for Cancer to go along with this spread, please? And other than that, please do like, share, subscribe if you want to see more. And thank you for tuning in. I love you. I love you, Cancers, to the moon and back, pun intended. And I'm wishing you all the best of luck with this Scorpio full moon. It's going to be an emotional one, but you have good things coming in here. There is something, very positive and optimistic about this. It just feels like you're a little bit stuck. So whatever that conflict is for you, Cancer, figure out what that is for you, because that's what needs to be released. Oh my gosh, you have too many cards. We'll take the first one. So Cancer got Toad. Very interesting. All right, well, I'm excited to read about this. So head over to Instagram and we will talk about this card together. And other than that, I will see you beautiful crabs at the end of the month to talk about readings for love and career and finance. Bye, guys.